Welcome to another ERL race in Catalunya, Spain. This would be a very messy race, as you would see later on. And yeah, let's get started. So here I'm only showing the results of Q1. So here I managed to get 9th place, and now we will go into Q2 directly. And this is my fastest lap in Q2, and as you can see, I crossed the line like just 4 seconds away from the time being over for Q2, so I managed to make it, and this would be my best lap right at the end then. A few things to mention also. As you can see, the track is a little bit wet. The whole qualifying was wet, but the race would be sunny, so I needed to select my settings to be more race worthy, because if you have a rain setup during the race, then you're going to suffer in the race, and that is why I went for a dry setup in the rain. But that is what everyone would be doing as well, because otherwise they would compromise the race itself, and that is why you can see in this lap it would not be the cleanest lap as well. You can see I'm really fighting the car a little bit because it's trying to oversteer, and the weather is really not helping in this case. But overall, I think I was quite happy with this time. Here you can see a lot of wobbles as well, but I managed to gain places. So I was in 14th at this point. I was really doing bad timings. I was spinning here and there, and I managed to hook it up finally in this last lap in the time that I had. And yeah, as we can see, coming through the last corner, switching on, and yeah, I go all the way up to 8th. This would prove to be one of the second best times of my qualifying. But it proved to be enough. For Q3, I would finish 10th, but my time was really far away from the rest of the guys, so that's why I did not post any clip here, but basically my pace was just too far away from them. This was my tire strategy, so I'm going from mediums into hard tires then. Going into the race itself, so 4-5 lights, and away we go. And I had a good start. Straight away, you can see the Renault was slow on their start, and I managed to gain 1 place already. And yeah, I was basically using all of my ERS and heavy fuel, so I went all the way up to 8th. But here I get a little bit squirmish, and I had to let 2 people go, and it went back all the way to 9th position at this point. This was then, there was a Ferrari spinning, and that gave me 8th position. And at this point I was really happy with the car. The tires was still a little bit cold at this point, that is why you see some locking up like this part here, but overall it was still very much manageable. It was really hard to keep the 2 guys behind me, so this 9th and 10th place guys, they were really hounding me, and you would see in the coming clips as well, you would see that eventually I would let them go. But at this point, from lap 1 onwards, I was doing really well, keeping in between the pack in front and the pack behind, just keeping my distance, keeping it clean a little bit, and making sure I don't do anything wrong. But at the moment it was all going well, and it would be going all the way well as well. So it was one of my better starts in the ERL race in the league so far. So I was really happy with my first lap, and as you can see from the whole entirety of the lap, I'm still in 8th place, so I gained 2 positions. Skipping into lap 6, so I'm still in 8th position. So as you can see, for 6 laps I managed to hold on to my 8th position, but as I told you before, the guys behind was quite fast, and here I did not want to even switch on my ERS deployment, and my fuel mix was still in standard, so I really did not want to fight the guy in front, because I thought I knew my pace and I didn't want to really ruin that. And here we come then to lap 8, where I let go of the other guy that was behind me. I was quite fast again. As you can see, I tried to switch on my DRS, but at this point I thought maybe to switch it off and just to let him go, so I didn't want to fight him too much. And at this point I was in 10th position, and I was pretty happy at this point. But as you would come to see here, I saw this McLaren going so slow, and I had to react, and I had a really big spin, and basically this ruined a little bit of the race. And here yeah, I tried my best to come, and you can see the McLaren's really trying to uh, bang into me, that for a better lack of a word. But yeah, at this point I had some wing damage, and now all the way up to 15th position as well. The wing damage was not so bad, it was still quite manageable, but definitely there was still a little bit of understeer because of the wing damage. But at this point, I was really thinking, should I pit? Is it too early to pit into hards? Because if I were to pit into hards, I would need to make the hards last for almost, yeah, a lot of laps. As you can see here, I also get a 3-second time penalty, which is not ideal. Yeah, at the moment I was the only one who got this 3-second time penalty, so really a lot of things happening in this lap and really not going well at the moment. Down in 15th place, and yeah, at this point I decided to, yeah, just to go to the pits. I did not want to lose more time battling these two other people, which is sandwiched between me. So I made a decision to come to the pits, to change it to my hards and to see how long I would go into my hard stint basically. So from lap 9 all the way to the end, I would be in the hard tires. No foreshadowing at the moment, but yeah, it basically held up and it was okay to go on to the hard. But obviously, as the tire life goes more longer, it will take a bit more, the car will be a bit more oversteery as well, because the rear would want to step out due to its tire life going off. But at the moment I joined back the track after my pit stop in 19th position. So at this point in time, yeah, I was just, for a better lack of a word, just angry, but I had to keep going on with the race in itself. Keeping quite a lot into lap 22 now, so you can see that I am going to challenge for P13. This Renault who really gives me a hard time. He basically went another way and then came back to me and tried, when I was almost side by side with him, tried to take me out, but eventually I managed to get through without any damage. I think if the damage was higher in this race, I would have gotten some kind of a damage, but luckily the damage in this league is reduced, but still no excuse for that kind of driving basically. Coming into lap 28, as you can see, I'm already in 10th position. A lot of gains made basically from people pitting, and of course some mistakes that was made by some people spinning out and stuff like this, which I managed to take advantage of, and I managed to come all the way to 10th position at this point. And there's a virtual safety car, as you can see at the moment. Yeah, so at the moment all was going quite well. My tires was pretty much okay, and the virtual safety car of course also helped to make the tire last a little bit longer as well. And now you can see the virtual car was ending, and I tried to speed a little bit and my delta went just a little bit more and I got a drive-through penalty. So not ideal at all, and this would basically ruin my any points that I was going to get. Coming now into the pits to serve my drive-through penalty. Here, yeah, just unlucky basically from the previous virtual safety car. I just slowed down way too late, so my delta was like 0.05 or something like this, which is very small, but yeah, that's how it is, and I got a penalty because of that. And now I'm all the way back to 12th. So despite everything, yeah, 12th is still at the moment quite a good position. Now taking you over to the penultimate lap of the race, but actually my last lap, because the guys in the lead basically already lapped me, so I'm one lap behind, to be honest. So that is why this is practically my last lap, and at the moment I'm in 12th position, and all around me I see a lot of people with penalties. So at the moment the guy behind me doesn't have a penalty, and so that's why I just need to keep it clean, and if everything goes well I can finish basically in 11th position, because as you can see the guy in front of me has like 9 seconds worth of penalty. Yeah, at the moment everything going good. The tires was a little bit worn out, so I had to go a little bit conservative, and now I suddenly got a 3-second time penalty. Yeah, but at the end I think it would not influence the race too much, because yeah, the damage was already done by the spins in the beginning of the lap. And yeah, as you can see the race has already finished with the leader already finished the race, and that's why I'm coming now to the end of the lap. At the moment still in 12th, but when the checkered flag comes down on me, I would go up to 11th, as you can see now in the screen as well. So thank you very much for watching the whole video. I would not be posting any more videos from this league in ERL. That's because I've signed up for another league which I'm going to be an active participant of, which is FXR. But that would be now my full-time or rather my most effort spent on the league, and I will hope to see you guys in the next video. Thank you.